Nakakilabot ang isiniwalat ng retired US Air Force. Bakit nga ba may eroplano ang Amerika pag may resupply mission? Isang napakalaking babala raw ito para sa China. Hudyat raw ito na handang rumisponde ang Amerika sa oras ng gulo. Matinding babalato ng Amerika sa China na pag inatake ng China ang anumang barko ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea ay posibleng maglunsad agad ang US Air Force ng airstrike laban sa barko ng China. Ito pala ang ibig sabihin ng eroplanong yan, kung bakit may eroplanong nag-aaligid-aligid sa himpapuwid pag may resupply mission sa BRP Sierra Madre.
Now the Americans are absolutely clear. If Filipino aircrafts, vessels, or soldiers come under attack in the South China Sea, not vaguely in the Pacific, but in the South China Sea, that will be covered by the Mutual Defense Treaty by the United States. And that's particularly important in light of what has been happening over the past few days. The Philippine Coast Guard accusing China of harassing them, and the harassment by the Chinese Coast Guard actually was caught by a number of journalists who were accompanying the Philippine Coast Guard. And a few months ago, you had a Chinese warship.
Ito rin siguro ang dahilan bakit ayaw magpadala ng Pilipinas ng barkong pandigma ng Philippine Navy sa West Philippine Sea. Dahil hindi kaya ng Pilipinas makipaggera sa China, Amerika ang haharap para ipaglaban ang Pilipinas. So plano talaga to ng Philippines Defense Department. Napakatalino ng nag-isip kung totoo man ito. Pero muli namang nilinaw ni Commodore J. Tariela na ayaw ng Pilipinas ng gulo sa West Philippine Sea.
Why are we relying on this supply boats and then escorted by the Philippine Coast Guard vessels? Why not just Philippine Navy? Also a valid question. There's so many people who are wondering, also as they comment on social media, they were asking, why not just the Philippine Navy? So they believe that it's better that we use the supply boats, not the Navy vessels, because we don't want to escalate the tension. We don't want to provoke anybody, whether it's China or any other claimant states. We want to show the world that we are in alignment with the regional norm of not militarizing the dispute, and we're not also going to violate any provisions that would say that we are still using military or Navy vessels in supporting our supply mission.
Nasa Amerika ngayon ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Pero ang pinakakakaiba sa working visit na gagawin ni PBBM, ipinapatawag to sa US Indo-Pacific Command Headquarters sa Hawaii. Pero bakit at ano ang plano ni PBBM? Bakit pupunta ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas sa pinakamalaking daungan ng barkong pandigma ng Amerika? Sobrang kainahinala talaga ito.
Actually, it's rare in general for a head of government, head of state in this case, the president is both a head of government and head of state, to visit the headquarters of a military command in this context, sa Indo-Pacific pa. So, parang it was Nikkei actually who first broke the story. Later on, the DFA of the Philippines confirmed that President Marcos would be visiting yung Indo-Pac Command. Nikkei noted that it was quite unusual diplomatically for a head of state to visit a command of the US military, but then you have to understand the context of this visit. No? Parang during that trip, he went to the Pentagon. Yung headquarters ng Defense Department ng United States, he was given full honors, and during that meeting or after that meeting with the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin of the United States, the Philippines and the US announced yung guidelines to cover that governs the MDT, to clarify certain points. That was one thing that Marcos and his defense chiefs had been talking about, that there is a need to clarify, especially given the tensions in the South China Sea, which also Marcos mentioned during yung Filipino community gathering kanina sa San Francisco. Pahapyaw lang na mention, actually sabi niya meron po tayong problema sa South China Sea.
Talagang hindi magpapatalo si PBBM sa gulo sa West Philippine Sea. Kayo, pabor na pabor ba kayo sa aksyon ng ating Pangulo? Ikomento sa baba ang inyong salog.